Brown people problems, therapy edition. Number one, having your insecurities amplified. Perhaps you're a shy child and everybody around you commenting on that. Perhaps you have physical insecurities in terms of your face or your body. Again, this is most likely going to be commented on. Now, why do parents do this? Well, that's something we can get a little deeper into in a different video. But if this is something you've experienced and you need to work on your self-confidence or your self-esteem, a registered practitioner can definitely help you with that. Number two most common problem in a Brown family, emotional blackmail and guilt tripping. Now, how many times did you have to work yourself up to ask permission to go out with your friends or go to the movies? Or perhaps how many times did you feel that you owed your parents something or that you were indebted to them in some way because of all their sacrifices and their hardships in terms of being immigrants? Emotional blackmail and people-pleasing tendencies go hand in hand because early on in life we learn that how we act, how performative we are, how much we fill other people's cups is what our love, safety, acceptance, and belonging is contingent upon. Again, this is a wound that can be healed later on in life. None of this is set in stone. Number three, staying in relationships, friendships, or cousinships longer than you should, even if there's toxic patterns or behaviors, because of number two. We're so used to and accustomed to being performative, for having relationships be transactional, for suppressing our own feelings and amplifying and promoting the importance of those around us, so that people-pleasing tendency really starts to seep into our relationships with other people as well, both romantic and unromantic. Next up, we have toxic masculinity. Now, why do we see such rampant alcohol abuse? Why do we see anger issues in South Asian males? Why do they sometimes choose a maladaptive path like dabbling in drugs, dealing drugs, doing drugs, keeping the wrong company and running in the wrong crowds? Well, they never had the luxury of getting in touch with their vulnerable emotions. They never had any landscape or format for exploring their past traumas, wounds, or insecurities. All the intergenerational trauma is just suppressed, and like a pressure cooker, eventually it goes off, and usually it going off shows up in the form of maladaptive decision making and just unhealthy patterns in their life, which can be the anger, the criminal lifestyle, the substance abuse, so on and so forth. Strained relationships with your parents or your siblings. Now, why can't we all just get along? Because it's not that simple. It's not black and white. There are so many things, and this is our final note. A lot of stuff just gets swept under the rug in Brown families, and this is why situations that are small, they accumulate over time and they fester and they grow and they manifest as strained relationships amongst one another. So the best way to release this trauma is to talk about it, get it out and away from your body, flush it out with an external practitioner, a third party, unbiased, zoomed out point of view that will help you notice the patterns, connect the dots, and finally be free of these unhealthy patterns and issues that we see across the board in a lot of different Punjabi families, South Asian families. If you found any of this relatable at all, send me an email at contact@therapycovecounseling.com. I'll get you matched up with a practitioner in your area, or we can go ahead and explore if we would be a good therapeutic fit. See you next time.